History is often shaped by monumental achievements, bold leaders, and groundbreaking discoveries. But sometimes a single mistake can unravel an entire civilization. Today, we're diving into one of history's most astonishing blunders. A mistake so profound that it led to the collapse of one of the most advanced societies of its time. Let's set the stage. The year is 1492, but no, we're not talking about Columbus. Thousands of miles away, on the other side of the Atlantic, the Aztec Empire was flourishing in the heart of Mesoamerica. With a sprawling capital, Tenochtitlan, that boasted canals, aqueducts, and towering temples, the Aztecs were one of the most advanced civilizations of their era. Their empire was rich in culture, knowledge, and resources. But within just 3 decades, this mighty civilization would crumble, and it all began with a single misstep. In 1519, a Spanish expedition led by Hernán Cortés landed on the Yucatan Peninsula. The Spanish, armed with steel weapons, horses, and cannons, were unlike anything the Aztecs had ever encountered. But what's truly shocking is how the Aztecs responded to these strange newcomers. Their emperor, Montezuma II, made a critical error, one that would set the stage for the fall of his empire. You see, the Aztecs believed in a prophecy about the return of Quetzalcoatl, a feathered serpent god who had promised to return to reclaim his throne. When Cortés arrived, Montezuma and his advisors mistook him for this deity. Why? Cortés's timing was impeccable. He landed in the year 1 Reed, which, according to the Aztec calendar, was when Quetzalcoatl was prophesied to return. Add to that the Spaniards' unfamiliar appearance, their advanced technology, and their seemingly godlike power. And it's easy to see how the Aztecs made such a mistake. Montezuma decided to welcome Cortés instead of treating him as a potential threat. Lavish gifts of gold and other treasures were sent to the Spanish, but instead of satisfying them, this only fueled their greed. Cortés, recognizing the wealth and power of the Aztec Empire, saw an opportunity to conquer it. Over the next few months, the Spanish slowly manipulated the situation to their advantage. They formed alliances with local tribes who had long been oppressed by the Aztecs, turning these enemies of the empire into powerful allies. With their combined forces, the Spanish entered Tenochtitlan, where Montezuma welcomed them as honored guests. But this act of hospitality quickly turned into a nightmare. Cortés and his men took Montezuma hostage, using him as a puppet to control the Aztec people. This is where Montezuma's initial mistake, his decision to treat Cortés as a god, spiraled into catastrophe. The Aztecs, realizing the true intentions of the Spanish, eventually revolted, but the damage had been done. The Spanish retreated, only to return with reinforcements, laying siege to the city. The siege of Tenochtitlan was brutal. Disease played a major role in the Aztecs' downfall. Smallpox, brought over by the Europeans, spread like wildfire through the densely populated city, killing thousands and weakening the empire's ability to resist. By the time the Spanish breached Tenochtitlan's defenses in 1521, the once mighty Aztec Empire was a shadow of its former self. It's easy to look back and wonder how things might have been different if Montezuma had chosen another path. What if he had seen Cortés as the threat he truly was? What if he had rallied his forces to drive out the invaders before they could gain a foothold? The truth is, the Aztecs' advanced knowledge and resources might have been enough to repel the Spanish, if not for that one critical mistake. This story serves as a powerful reminder of how fragile even the most advanced civilizations can be. One wrong move, one miscalculation, can set off a chain of events that leads to collapse. For the Aztecs, their mistake was rooted in belief, a belief that clouded their judgment and left them vulnerable to an opportunistic enemy. But let's not forget the broader lesson here. History isn't just about the rise and fall of empires. It's about understanding the choices and mistakes that define us as humans. The Aztec story, while tragic, offers valuable insights into the consequences of misjudgment and the importance of critical thinking, even in the face of the unknown. So the next time you hear about the fall of a great civilization, remember the story of the Aztecs and the mistake that changed everything. It's a sobering thought, and one that makes us question how our own decisions today might echo through the corridors of history.